The Russell Schehrer Award is a Brewers Award. It's awarded to accomplished brewers and those who have served their colleagues in their industry. It's named for Russell Schehrer, who was with current mayor of Denver, John Hickenlooper, founded Winco Brewing Company. Russell was in many ways sort of larger than life, and like people who were larger than life, it took its toll on him. He died, unfortunately, in 1996. This award is named for him. This year's presentation of the Russell Schehrer Award carries extra resonance, not only because of the stature of its honoree, but because of the passing of Greg Noonan of the Vermont Pub and Brewery, one of the award's previous winners. Greg would no doubt not want us to observe a moment of silence in his honor. He was, after all, nearly always laughing. But for each of us to have a beer some undesignated time over the next few days with him in mind. If Steve had sold even a couple of cans of malt extract, we'd have hit the trifecta where our award winners are concerned: brewer, founder, homebrew shop proprietor. For this year's winner of the Russell Schehrer Award, for brewing innovation and excellence, also began his life in the brewing-related industries as the operator of a homebrew supply shop. He was more an engineer than most of us, however, and he brought his fabrication skills to bear on the equipment he scrounged, in the 70s, mind you, from junkyards, dairies, and defunct breweries. His brewery this year, in fact, celebrates its 30th anniversary. During that time, it has been an unstinting example of both the quality toward which we all strive and the resounding success of rigorously maintaining that quality as expansion after expansion has been undertaken. Stories of the early days of our movement are always entertaining, and the oral tradition of brewing in Northern California is rife with the stuff of lore. As today, the community was strong. Brewers helped each other as we all do now, collectively bridging individual gaps in expertise and wherewithal, unselfishly sharing materials, labor, and equipment in the interest of getting those earliest cases and kegs to market. For in those days, it wasn't as simple as just picking up the phone and faxing back your contract. Vendors had to be convinced to sell to the likes of us. I remember a story told by this year's winner about showing up at a malt repository with an open bed truck into which was dumped more bulk malt than the truck could reasonably bear. He made the hours-long drive back north with the front wheels barely a factor in navigation, and the rear tires seriously in danger of giving out. For this year's winner has led and served us all by the example of the wonderful beers his breweries produce and by the contributions he has made to our group technical and organizational consciousness. He is as well poised and engaged as anyone in our industry in matters of supply and technique, environmental and social consciousness. He may seem personally reserved, but he is passionate in his intentions. The draft quality manual, which he oversaw production of, his big picture involvement with the malt and hops industries, and his service as technical committee chair on the BA board are all part of the quietly laid foundation on which so much of what we do is built. Sierra Nevada has been an innovator since its beginnings, and it continues to be so now. Any of us could list beer after beer. I have more than once declared Celebration Ale as my desert island beer. A visit to the brewery in Chico is an epiphany. It stands as a many-crowned monument to the power of efficiency, ingenuity, good sense, and responsibility. If you'd all like to read a good, concise account of Sierra Nevada's early days, I'd recommend picking up the latest new brewers for Sam's interview with Ken. But for now, I'd like to invite to the podium as the 2010 winner of the Russell Schehrer Award, the man whose face launched 1,000 pale ales, Ken Grossman of Sierra Nevada Brewing.
First off, I'd like to start out by thanking Dick and the rest of the past recipients. They were responsible for me receiving this award today. When I was looking over the list that was up on the board, I noticed that not only were most of them, if not all of them, fantastic brewers in their own regard, they're all my friends, or most of them are all my friends. So I've got a lot of fond memories of spending time having a beer with all of them. When I started brewing nearly 30 years ago, American beer was really considered to be sort of the laughingstock in the beer world. From serious brewers, they'd look at what we were producing here, and really, when you talked about American beer, they would chuckle. Today, what we have done, collectively what we have done, is raise the bar to the point where now the rest of the world looks at America for leadership in brewing and innovation. And it's not because of one of us, it's because of all of you. So thank you all very much. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank my staff. Certainly, I didn't get to where I am today, or did Sierra Nevada get to where it is today without serious dedication. Steve Dressler is here today, I think, and a number of my other staff are. They've been working tirelessly for nearly 30 years to help Sierra Nevada get to where it is today. So thanks to all of you as well. Thank you very much.